chance para mas matuto pa. And hopefully, we can apply as soon as possible, no? So, habang yung market is medyo sa totoo lang malapit nang ma-break yung 8,000, di ba? So, there is no other better time for us to really start but the soonest, di ba? So, yan. Hopefully, it's going to be also enjoyable for everyone. Yan. So, I'll stop the video. Yan. So, let's start for the training. So, we'll make sure naman na this will take around 1 hour lang or the max would be 1 hour 15. Tapos, please take note lang of your questions para we can accommodate po later on. Okay, let's start. So, first muna would be the title of the talk. So, our module for tonight is entitled Investing Made Easy Through Mutual Funds. So, basically, the topic is, of course, mutual funds. Pero, given this new strategy, no, yung new module po natin, so, we actually have this, the outline muna. So, papakita muna natin. No? So, it's actually 10th part module. No? So, what we will be discussing are the following. So, pakita ko muna yung outline po natin. So, the first part would be basics of the why, quote-unquote, why part. No? So, before we discuss on mutual funds, yung mga technicals, yung ano ba yung paano ba siya nag-work, different types, saan ako pwede maglagay, ganyan, and all. So, meron muna tayong dun sa why part. So, just like here, no, nakalagay about the goal. So, first is goal setting. Second is goal and fund matching. Third is why should we invest? Yan yung mga crucial na kailangan ma-discuss natin. No? Fourth would be the mutual fund basic. So, dito papasok yung paano siya nag-work, what is mutual funds. Fifth is how do I start? So, ito yung medyo, meron ng tutorial part. So, we want not just to teach people and clients na ano yung mutual funds, paano ba siya. So, mahalagang part would be the application. So, dito natin matuturo yung paano ba ako makakapagsimula. Now, the sixth would be paano naman ako makakapag-invest regularly. Seventh would be how do I monitor my investments? Kasi we understand na many clients invest, yes, pero 'di ba yung confirmation, yung mga statement of account, 'di ba, kailangan alam din natin, familiar tayo mismo kung ano yung dapat ko matanggap, ganyan. So, yung monitoring, we have to also discuss it. Now, the eighth would be the partners and the products. See? So, yung PhilAm, di ba, yung Solvivo. So, iisa-isahin po natin yan. Now, the ninth, why should I start now? And 10th would be why should I do it consistently? Okay, so let's start. So, actually, as per checking, 92. Kanina, 92 po tayo. No? Ayan, ngayon, 91. So, congrats to us. Yes, marami po tayo no, for tonight. Okay. Now, the first part muna would be the goal setting. Okay, so, we have this quote, no, it says here, your dreams are only your dreams until you write them down, then they are goals. So, for us kasi, merong main difference yung pag sinabi mong dreams sa goals. Eh. So, dreams is just, okay, yung gusto natin lang, di ba, ma-achieve and all. Pero, iba siya from goals. Ang pinagkaiba would be, first, it's more serious. Second, it's something that we have to write down para enough na, di ba, maging concrete talaga siya. And not just that, but also maganda rin if we can include details. Diba? In details, kasama dyan would be the time frame. So, yung deadline po natin for whatever your goals are. So, just like here, so yung next is, we actually want you to write down your goals. Eh. So, meron tayong categories for that. So, first is the short term, second is medium term, third is long term. So, meaning yung goals kasi maraming iba't ibang klaseng goals. Yan, no? So, yung first would be short term for us. Ano yung gusto po nating financial plan na gusto nating pag-ipunan. So, short term in the sense now in 1 to 3 years. Tapos, for the medium term naman is in 3 to 5 years. So, yung last naman, long term is 5 years or mahigit. So, for us, okay, no, before natin puntahan muna pala yung goal and fund matching, I'm giving you at least siguro 1 minute for us to, di ba, write whatever your goals in mind. So, meaning, di ba, I know na gusto natin mag-invest eh. Meron tayong gustong pag-ipunan. So, yung mga reasons na yun, yung mga naisip niyo pong plano, I want you to take at least 1 minute for you to write down. At least, kung makakapagsulat po tayo ng tig-isa per short term, medium term, long term, no? So the better. Or at least two. Diba? 2 to 3 yung nasulat po natin na goals. So before we proceed, para at least yung mga dreams nyo po, hindi lang siya simpleng dreams, but it's going to be goals. Okay, so we have to write it down. Okay, so okay, I'm going to time at least siguro 1 minute. Yeah. Time check sa akin, 10:24. So, yan, 1 minute lang tayo. Okay. Yan, okay. So, naka 1 minute na tayo. Yan. So, thank you for writing down your goals. Okay, so, syempre, babalikan po natin yan maya-maya, no? Kasi yung second part natin is not just to write your goals, but, of course, yung ima-match na po natin siya dun sa whatever the mutual funds that we have. So, ito, goal and fund matching. So, kanina, pinasulat po natin yung goals po natin. So, what do we do after? So, it says here muna, invest in what's most suitable for you and what matches your goal and your time frame. Kaya yun yung first things first, di ba, na gusto natin muna rin gawin, which is for you to write down your goals. Okay, so like here, ito. Sige, ito muna. Ayan. Like here, pinasulat po natin, no, numbers 1, 2, 3. Okay, so short term, like in 1 to 3 years, ano yung goal po natin. Second is medium term, so in 3 to 5 years. Last is long term or 5 years mahigit. So what do we recommend? Actually, ito i-discuss pa naman natin further po mamaya. So medyo jargon man yung ibang parts po dito, pero we're going to discuss it further naman. Pero yun, for the short term, we suggest yung bond. So in levels of ano rin siya, risk. Diba? So, mas conservative yung nasa taas. Tapos, moderate lang or medium yung gitna. Tapos, yung last, yung stock fund naman, it's more of aggressive naman. So, like, ito, balikan naman natin yung risk appetite naman. So, actually, aside po dun sa kung anong goal yung meron tayo plus the time frame, we also have to assess ourselves. So, ang usually tinatanong kasi natin, baka pag may kausap po tayong client, no, they would ask, Christina, saan maganda mag-invest? Diba? So, we cannot give right away yung mga recommendations po natin. So, we have to assess muna the client. So, the first thing that we ask po would be the goal, tsaka yung time frame, yun na mention natin kanina. Now, the third po would be, anong klaseng investor si client? So, meaning, ito siya, kung risk averse, yung may conservative, matatakotin, di ba? Or pwedeng gitna lang, sakto lang, di ba? Moderate. O di ka kabaliktaran, so risk taker yung client or aggressive siya. So we have to assess that. Not just yung yun, but the levels of risk na kayang i-take ng client. And yung lastly is, meron na bang investment experience yung kliyente? Kasi syempre, di ba, kung talaga nag-business yan, kung nag-stocks na yan, so most likely aggressive yung ganun. So, we also have to know muna rin yung background ng client. And not just the clients, but also tayo rin personally. So we have to be able to assess ourselves. Okay. So that is the goal and fund matching. Now, the third po is the reasons. Okay. Why should we invest? Actually, before muna natin po i-discussion, um, honestly, yung mga clients naman, di ba, like you po, na mga nakikinig, we actually have the option not to really, di ba, invest and to just simply save, di ba? So, pwede namang ganun lang. But for us kasi, what we teach to the client, napapansin ko parang kumukonti yung yung mga attendees natin na nag-90 na, ayan, 80 na. Ayan, so yan, going back, why should we invest? For us kasi, it's wasted opportunity, di ba? If ever na ang daming investment options out there, pero people are not that aggressive enough na nag-i-invest, 'di ba? We're not that open to doing it. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba, majority of the people prefer not to do something about whatever we want, 'di ba? So gusto lang natin mag-invest hanggang gano'n na, pero we're not doing anything. I'm speaking about the people, 'di ba, na hindi pa na exploring about investments. So for us, sayang kasi kung hindi, ito yung ina-address kasi natin, 'di ba? Kung hindi ka kasi nag-i-invest, una, hindi mo na nabibit yung inflation. Pangalawa, if you have goals, medyo mabigat, mahirap, 'di ba, na ma-achieve siya kasi medyo malaki yung kailangan mong capital, 'di ba, in the first place. So, ang reasons lang naman why should we invest is first to fight inflation. So, meaning kung ang inflation, okay, is around 3 to 4%, and you're not saving at all, so talagang talo ka, di ba? Pero kung nag-save ka naman, at least the money mo is nasa bank, di ba? Still, sayang pa din, di ba? Your emergency fund should be there, pero aside from it, dapat naka-invest eh. Kasi if not, you're not beating the inflation. So, ang interest sa mga bangko, for our info, is around 0.25% only. Yeah, pero kung naka-time deposit ka, at least it's 1%. Pero still, if you compare it with the inflation, ang layo, di ba, ng difference. So, yun yung gusto nating address. I-note nyo po yun. We should fight inflation. Second, we should be able to achieve our goals. So, kung may plan ka na, halimbawa, magkaroon ng retirement fund of 5 million after 10 years, di ba? So, kung i-divide mo yun into number of years and into number of months, medyo mabigat na pag-iipon yun, di ba? Kaya isipin natin. Unlike if I invest an X amount from today on monthly, di ba, moving forward, given na yung money ko is earning, it's working for me, at least mas madali for me to achieve my goals na sinet ko. So, hindi siya ganun kabigat kasi merong component na nagko-compound siya. Diba? That reason. So, yun yung gusto nating ma-address. Take note po natin. Now, the fourth is the mutual fund basics. Okay. So, we're going to discuss what mutual fund is, paano ba siya nag-work, different types, the benefits. So, like this. Okay, so define muna natin si mutual fund, no? Pero, sige, before that, note nyo na lang, for me naman kasi in layman's term, when we say mutual funds, two things lang yan. Una is pooled funds. So, pooled funds, meaning pinagsama-sama, pinul, di ba? P-O-O-L-E, di ba? Pooled funds. Tapos, second is, it's a managed fund. So, may nagmamanage. Okay, so, paano ba yan? Two things lang yan. Again, pooled funds and managed funds. Mutual fund po. Okay. Pero, by the book, how do we define it? It's an investment company that pools money together from numerous investors and invest them in various securities depending on the investment objectives and policies of the company. Okay, so dito dati nabanggit, pansin nyo, merong pooled money. Okay, pooled money, tapos ini-invest siya. Okay, kasi meaning po, ang edge ni mutual funds is that first, it's not just about your money, but it's also about the money of other people na pinagsasama-sama eh. Now, the second is, may fund manager ka. So, meaning, it's convenient for people to make your money work for you, pero hindi mo kailangang ikaw personally meron kang, kumbaga, tutukan pa yung market, yung ganung work. So, someone else will do it for us. So, we call them the fund managers. So, in that sense, di ba, it's very convenient, pero andun rin yung fact na mas malaking potential earnings, di ba? Kasi, hindi lang to simple yung mga fund managers, but professional fund managers. Their purpose and their objectives would be, of course, for our money to work for us. Dapat kumita yung money po natin. So, yun yung end in mind nila. Paano ba nag-work ang mutual funds? Okay, so here. Okay. Yeah. So, here it shows people. Okay, so eto po tayo, no, the investor. So, not just investor yung tawag sa atin, but shareholders. Okay, so bakit shareholders? Mamaya. Okay, so dito muna tayo, no, we can see the peso signs. Okay, may small peso signs, tapos may big peso signs. So, meaning, di ba, it symbolizes yung affordability of mutual funds. So, hindi kasi dito required ka na kailangan malaki yung money natin. No? So, ito rin yung lagi nating sinasabi po to the clients na for one to start, hindi naman kailangan malaki yung, hindi naman kailangan malaki yung starting amount po natin. So, we can actually start with minimums, diba? Or kung higher, the better, diba? More shares kasi yun. Pero, no pressure on the amount that we can start, no? And we can also see here, no, ito yung mutual fund company or the big peso sign. So, meaning, ito yung pooled money po natin. So, it's not just your money. Di ba? Okay, sige, start ako 10K or 5,000. So, no, it's not just my money, but also the money of different other clients then who invest in the same fund. Okay. Yan. So, nasabi ko kanina, shareholder ang tawag din sa atin. Okay? So, bakit shareholder? It's because yung money po natin kino-convert into shares. So, meaning, ba, di ba, sample ko, 10,000. Sige, start ako 10. Tapos, ilang shares na mabibili ko, di ba? So, by the way, unlike before na merong mga deduction, no, yung sales load, yung entry fee, ganyan. So, at least now, for IMG members, isa, di ba, sa mga membership benefit would be, wala po tayong sales load. Okay? So, lahat ng money na i-invest po natin, so lahat yon pambili po ng shares po. Okay. Now, ito. Dito papasok sa ating flow, okay? Sa investment flow, yung fund manager, okay? So, ano naman yung task niya? So, siya po yung nagmamanage po ng mutual fund. Siya yung hinahire po natin na mag-decide on behalf of the investors, on behalf of the shareholders, kung saan niya ilalagay yung money po natin. Okay, so meron siyang two options. No? So, isa is yung stocks. Second is the bonds. Okay, so pag sinabi po nating stocks, so syempre, i-define naman natin yan. So, pag sinabing stocks, smallest siya na unit ng ownership. Okay, so when we say stocks as well, ito yung mga, okay, unit ng mga listed na companies here in the Philippines, no? Katulad ng anong mga companies yan, yung SM, actually SM marami yan, no? SMDC, SMPH, SMIC, Investment Corp, no? May Ayala Land, Ayala Corp, may Meralco, merong what else, BPI, BDO, maraming mga companies pa, Jollibee, di ba? Yan. So, marami yan, listed companies po, no? So, we have to take note na yung nature po ng stocks is very unpredictable and it is actually aggressive. So, more aggressive than the bonds. Okay, so, meaning pwede siya mag-akyat baba. Okay, so, hindi siya dire-diretso lang. Kumbaga yung trend niya na, okay, ganun ba siya na dire-diretso ang paakyat. No? So, never na dire-diretso. Okay, naakyat lang siya, but more of pwede umakyat, pwede bumaba, di ba? Pero over the long run, of the two, yung stocks yung mas may potential po. Okay, so take note nyo yung mga ganong info. While yung bonds naman kabaliktaran, no? So, ang nag-i-issue nito, by the way, is either the government or mga select na mga corporations. Okay, so meaning yung gobyerno mismo or yung mga ilang mga companies, no? So, tuwing kailan ba sila nag-i-issue po ng mga tinatawag na quote-unquote bonds? So, every time na kailangan po nila ng ng funding. Okay, so, halimbawa, government, saan ba sila kumukuha po ng funding, 'di ba? So, puwedeng sa tax, 'di ba? Isang option po 'yun, 'di ba? Pero another option is for them to issue bond. Okay, so, meaning technically, 'di ba kung isipin natin ba nag-issue yung government ng bond, tapos yung public binili. So, technically, parang pinapautang natin si government. So, gano'n yung idea. Pero ang pinagkaiba po ng stocks and bonds is that yung stocks, 'di ba na-mention natin, aggressive. So meaning, pwede siyang mag-akyat baba talaga. Pero unlike ng bonds, ito yung kabaliktaran naman. No? So it's more of conservative type of investment versus stocks. Okay, so meaning, ito yung kabaliktaran din na pwede siyang historically naman paakyat dire-diretso pero mabagal. So, hindi rin siya yung over the long run ba mas mataas? So, no. It's actually the stocks, no? Magkabaliktaran po sila. So, basically, doon nag-i-invest po yung fund manager, either stocks lang yan or bonds, or pwedeng both. So, mamaya di-discuss natin yan. Now, ito, crucial part yung last two, no? So, saan napupunta yung earnings po? Halimbawa, okay, ako yung fund manager, nag-invest ako sa stocks, nag-invest ako sa bonds, 'di ba? So, saan napupunta naman po yung earnings po? Okay, so basically, babalik po siya dun sa fund. Okay, so yan, it says here, successful investment adds value to the fund. So, meaning po, ito yung kaya umaakyat yung presyo po ng fund. Di ba? Pansin nyo, ba, pag umakyat yung market, tapos tumaas din po yung price, di ba? So, bakit? It's because of the underlying securities, saan ba siya naka-invest sa stocks, sa bonds. So, meaning, tumaas din yung prices ng mga yun. Okay, so, kung kaya ang effect nun to the fund is that tataas din po yung price. Kaya yun yung successful investment na tinatawag. Tapos now, saan napupunta naman yung earnings po, 'di ba? Okay, nadagdag siya dun sa mutual fund, 'di ba? So ano mangyayari? So dinidistribute po siya proportionately amongst the investors. Okay, so meaning, 'di ba, kung ilan yung shares na meron ka, yun din yung earnings mo, 'di ba? So minumultiply lang naman po yan shares by the latest price. So, meaning kung tumaas po yung price, tapos ito yung X number of shares na meron ako, di ba? So, yun yung makukumpute yung current value. Okay, so, meaning din, kapag tumaas pala yung price, so it would mean na, yun, good thing yun for me as the investor kasi mas kikita ako. Okay, so, ganun yung logic lang din ng paano po nag-work ang mutual fund. So, sana clear naman po. Now, yung different types, classification. We actually have 4. Okay, the first is bond. Okay, second is money market. Third is stock. Fourth is balance. Okay, so, yung first two po, more of fixed income instruments. Okay, saan ba siya nakalagay ng investment composition? So, fixed income instruments po. So, balikan natin muna pala. Okay, so dito, the fund manager is investing saan ba? Either stocks, diba? Or bonds, or pwedeng both. Pero for the bond and money market fund, fixed income siya naka-place. So, yun yung bond. So, ito lang. Fixed income lang ito. Yeah. So, the objective of the fund is stability plus reasonable growth. Ito naman din naman growth. Pero what we actually teach, diba, of the two, mas pinapromote po natin yung bond po. Bakit? It's because of course, yung underlying, saan ba siya naka-invest, Plus also in terms of the average earnings, mas mataas siya. So it's at 6%. Compared with money market, bakit ba 2%? No? So it's because short term. Okay, short term fixed income. So meaning fixed income na yun, pero may short term pa nun, di ba? So mas maliit yung potential earnings po kasi ng mga ganong klaseng investment po. Okay. Now, so, punta naman tayo sa last two, no? So, kung yung first two is are conservative funds, okay, so yung last two naman is stock and balance. So, yung stock and balance naman, more of moderate type of investments naman po yung mga, yung balance po is moderate, no? Pero yung stock naman is aggressive. Pero, in the general idea, pareho silang nandun sa aggressive part, no? As compared with the first two. Bakit? It's because kung saan po naka-place yung mga funds na to. Balikan natin to ulit. Yung stock fund kasi, purely dito lang siya. Pero yung balance po, parehong stock tsaka bond. Okay, so para siyang 2-in-1, no? Yung stock fund rin, other name is equity fund. Yung objective niya is long-term capital growth. Okay, tapos yung balanced fund naman, so mixed siya. May stocks tsaka may bonds. So, dun siya naka-place. Now, ito, medium to long-term for moderate investors naman siya. So, the average earnings po of this is at 12%. Okay. So, pansin nyo rin po ito, please note na actually sa investments po na mas mataas yung risk, the higher naman yung mas pwede niyang kitain. So, we call it higher risk, high rewards. Tapos, lower risk, low rewards. So, automatic yun. Kaya, pansin natin na yung money market is just, maliit lang yung potential earnings. Bakit? It's because mababa lang din yung potential risk niya. Kasi fixed income na plus short term pa, di ba? So, imagine na lang. Pero unlike ng stock fund, so it's more of aggressive investment man, mataas man yung risk, pero in terms of the potential earnings, at least it's high. It's actually the highest po, no? So, 18%. Tapos, kung babalikan po natin yung kanina pala natin na sinuggest, no? Yung bond, bond, stock, saka yung balance. So, bond fund is good for clients po na risk averse. Okay, so meaning conservative investor lang, ganyan. Tapos, money market, we actually don't push it kasi yung earnings niya, di ba, maliit lang. Pero yung stock fund naman, it's good for clients na aggressive naman, risk taker. Balance is moderate lang. Okay. Tapos, in terms of the time frame, so short term yung for the bond, tapos yung stock fund is long term. Yung balance fund naman is medium term pa. Okay, so yan, naman. The benefits, ito dito na tayo. Part pa rin ng mutual fund basics is the benefits. Okay, first is diversification. So, when we say diversification, diba, we don't put all our eggs in one basket. So, bakit natin ginagamit yung term na yun? So, imagine na lang, if you have 10 eggs, tapos lahat ng eggs is nasa one basket lang. Diba? Tapos, nalaglag yung basket. Diba? So, meaning, kung hindi siya naka-diversified, lahat yan basag. Unlike pagbaliktad naman, it's diversified. So, pwede siya na, ang gagawin nating strategy is that you have 10 eggs. Tapos, meron ka ring 10 may 10 baskets ka, no? Tapos, ilalagay mo, tigi-isa yung 10 eggs. Okay, so, meaning nakakalat siya. Okay, ano ba yung purpose nun is first, to lessen yung risk exposure. Kasi in any investment naman, we understand na may potential risk, pero nalilesen yung exposure kapag, halimbawa, pag naka-diversified po tayo. Okay. Now, yun yung diversification. Tapos, add ko na lang din na the limit that we have is 15%. Unlike before na it's 10%. Okay, so meaning, halimbawa, kung meron ng 800 million yung Sogibo or 900 million, diba? So, we are not allowed na na below, na more than 15%. So, before it was actually at 10% only. Pero still, well diversified ang funds. Now, mas tinaasan, so it's at 15%. Okay. Now, the second is tax exempt. So, meaning wala pong applicable na tax sa ating i-withdraw. So, pag nag-withdraw tayo, tinatanong tayo if may charge. So, it is actually waived if, uh, yeah, going back yun, dun sa tax exemption na, so yan. Sorry, nag-mix up lang yan. So, we're saying na yung dun sa second benefit na tax exemption, so meaning, pag nag-withdraw po tayo, actually wala po siyang any tax. Na ang sinasabi nating tax here is the withholding tax tsaka yung income tax. Ayun. So, sinasabi ko pala kanina na mix up yung exit fee. Okay, so pag kasi nag-withdraw po tayo, no, so actually wala naman pong exit fee if ever na ma-complete natin yung holding period. So, holding period is the minimum time before we should withdraw the money. Okay, so yun, ibang part yun. So, ibabanggitin po natin yan mamaya. Okay, so pero yun, for this benefit, no, yung list natin. So, dun sa part na tax exemption, so actually we are not subject to any tax except for the estate tax. Pero our way to avoid it is to have a co-investor. So, yun yung tulad naman natin para at least na ma-avoid po natin. Kasi merong other investor po to withdraw. Okay. Now, the third benefit is professional fund management. Okay, so meaning meron kang expert na siya na bahala na mag-manage po ng money natin. So, you need not do the work while you actually work. Diba? Meron kang active source of income pero on the side, someone else is managing your money for you. So, yun yung isa sa benefits. Now, the fourth is affordability. Okay, so meaning actually hindi mo naman kailangan na malaki yung capital to start and also to add. So, very doable and practical kasi the minimums that we have is just at 5,000. So, kung gusto mo mag-start, even students po, they have investments with us. No? So, kasi very affordable. Tapos, to top up naman is just, yung minimum natin is at 1,000 lang. Okay, so, very affordable po. Pero, we actually also don't teach din naman na mag-settle tayo dun sa mga minimums. But, kung meron po kasi tayong goal, kami mas magandang way then na we can create a proposal for you. Kasi, halimbawa, client would like to have a retirement fund. Itong amount na to. Pero, pwede natin kasing ma-compute magkano yung kailangan niyang starting tapos magkano yung kailangan na inuhulog niya every month. So, yes, affordable man, pero mas maganda pa rin still na i-plot natin siya, i-ayon natin siya dun sa kung ano po yung i-set po natin na goals. Okay. And the last is liquidity. Okay, so meaning madali po siyang i-withdraw. It's very liquid, so convertible into cash. Okay, so ang processing lang natin dyan, same din with the initial na may form ka na kailangan i-fill out tsaka yung copy ng ID. So, sasubmit niya lang po yan. Tapos, the crediting is ang kinakount natin the booking date. Okay, so kung kailan po na-book, tapos yun, count lang tayo ng 7 working days. It should be max. Okay. Tapos, pero yun, in terms of liquidity naman, no, we do suggest pa rin still na kahit liquid yung investment po natin. So, mas maganda pa rin if naka-separate, diba, yung emergency fund po natin or yung pang short term po natin. So, hindi natin siya dapat i-invest kasi may mga cases din talaga the client would withdraw the money kasi kailangan, diba, liquid man siya, yes, pero yun nga lang, posible may losses pa rin kasi we never know, pwedeng yung NAVs is bumaba, diba? So, yeah. Now, the fifth part, and halfway, how do I start? Paano ba ako magsisimula? Okay. Time shift tayo. Okay. How do I start? Now, babalikan lang po natin yung goals po natin. So, ganun lang naman yun kasimple. Okay, so yun yung first. Now, we will be giving your recommendations po. No? So, not just yung different types, but meron din tayong mga products po later on. Tapos, the third one is to act. Okay, so meaning, kailangan ito, crucial to application. Kailangan may gawin na tayo. Not just to want to invest, di ba, natutunan natin yung options, but importante rin for us to be able to act upon kung ano man yung goal po natin na sinet. Now, the fourth is, okay, what do we do naman would be, pwede na natin na, kumbaga magsimula na tayo eh. Prepare po natin, tsaka i-submit po yung mga requirements natin. Okay, so, actually, the requirements are just simple. Okay, so, ito yung list po natin. Okay, so, first is the originally signed forms. Okay, so meaning kailangan kumpletuhin po natin lahat ng forms. So, kung halimbawa join pala po itong i-open natin, kailangan both po na nag-sign po dun sa forms po natin. Now, second is photocopies ng dalawang valid ID. Kailangan i-prepare din po yan. Tapos, dun sa photocopies po ng IDs, kailangan ibangga rin natin yung firma, di ba, with the forms, kung same. Tapos, dun sa mismong photocopy ng IDs po natin. So, sign lang po tayo ng thrice. Specimen signature po. So, third is the payment. Merong mga payment options po yan. For the initial. No? So, first is cash. Okay, so, pwede po tayong mag-submit po ng cash, okay, sa IMG office po. They accept naman po yung cash. Okay, so first is that. Now, the second is to issue check. Okay, to issue check, pero dapat kailangan payable po siya dun sa specific funding po. Okay, so except for the Sun Life po pala yan. So, pero for the rest, kailangan funding po tayo. So, meaning Consolvivo Strategic Growth Funding. Kailangan complete doon, payable po siya. Now, the third is to deposit, diba? Or do remit. Okay, so, could be through the bank po ng IMG. No? Usually kasi ganun pag initial naman. Okay. Pero kung halimbawa check-in naman, pwede naman pong diretso po dun sa fund itself. Na ito, few reminders lang for the forms muna. So, especially for clients abroad, we teach po na mas magandang mag-submit muna po ng soft copy so we can double check. Diba? Second is complete mailing ad. Kailangan yan. Saka yung email ad. And kailangan din not just complete but clearly indicated po, no? Clearly written. Okay. Tapos, the third one is to completely fill out the forms. Tapos, kung wala, diba, or not applicable, so please put a note na lang, diba, para to avoid po yung mga delays po natin. So, yan. Yun yung mga reminders natin. Now, the next part is the forms. Okay, so, actually, no need naman din, no pressure naman din naman sa ulo natin lahat ng forms. But better pa rin if we are familiar with these. And, well, ang maganda rin naman dyan is that lahat naman ito magkakasama. Diba? So, if you will request for the forms in the cashier, no? So, lahat naman niya magkakasama. Like for the PhilAm, tsaka yung sa Solvivo, pareho lang yung forms natin. So, it's client info sheet, subscription form, tsaka yung FATCA. Okay, tapos for the ATR naman, we have the client account form, tapos kasama rin dyan the waiver, tapos yung FATCA. Pansin nyo po na majority of the funds are meron na silang FATCA na part. Ayan. Yung Sun Life naman po, investor info form, kailangan rin ng order ticket, kailangan questionnaire, tsaka checklist. Equity naman, okay, account opening form lang. Tapos investment app form, SIG card. Okay. FAMI naman is account opening form, customer data sheet, tsaka yung suitability assessment. So, ito po ang list natin ng mga requirements. Paano naman ako mag-i-invest regularly? So, sinabi natin na pwedeng mag-start. Okay. Pero ngayon naman, paano naman din tayo mag-a-add naman on a regular basis? Okay. So, ano-ano po yung options po natin? So, first is, actually applicable pa rin po yung cash. Diba? Pwede pa rin tayo magbigay ng cash sa cashier. Pwede pa rin pong mag-issue ng check. So, payable. Same pa din. Payable po siya sa specific fund name except for Sun Life, diba? Tapos, third is to do a deposit or remittance. Okay? So, pwede po siyang directly sa IMG, diba? Pero for other funds, pwede po siya na mismong dun sa fund. Halimbawa, yung Sun Life. Okay? So, meron yun. Tapos, pwede din sa PhilEquity. So, meron silang BDO, ganyan. So, depende. May mga bills payment din po tayo. So, mamaya. Turo po natin. Okay, ito. Meron po tayong ito, promote lang natin po yung HIP or the Hassle-Free Investment Program. Okay, so actually 3 steps lang siya. No? So it says it all here in this poster. No? So isa ka rin kasi sa option ng clients po natin to invest on a regular basis is that pwede po natin i-avail yung HIP natin po, yung program po natin. So ang steps naman yan is tatlo. Okay, so first is to accomplish forms. Okay, ayan. So, meaning po, halimbawa, per check po kasi na-issue po natin, kailangan ng form. Okay, so, we have to, actually, what we teach to the client is that pwede kang gawa ng isang form, tapos i-reproduce mo lang. Okay, so, ganun lang naman yan. So, that is the first one, accomplish forms. Tapos, second is to prepare also yung HIP. Okay, so, yung HIP form po, dun po natin i-indicate po yung mga details po ng check-in. Okay, so yan. Accomplish natin muna yung form. Second is to submit yung mga checks, pero kasama po yung post-dated check. I mean, i-submit po natin yung mga forms together with the post-dated check. Okay, so again, yung mga check po, kailangan payable po dun sa fund. Yan. So, also, one check, one form. Ganun po tayo. So, yan. Others kasi think na isang form lang din kailangan i-fill out. Tapos, kung 12 checks yun, yun na yun. But no, kailangan na isang form kada check po yung gagawin po natin. Okay. Now, yung third naman is, okay, third po natin is that what do we do with the check na. So, automatic po si Ramper naman, tsaka si IMG, no? Ang gagawin mo na pala, si IMG, i-retransmit po yan sa Ramper. Tapos, si Ramper would be the one to to do the safekeeping po of the checks. Okay, so, kami na yung bahala na automatic, bago kung every 15th of the month, every 30th of the month, so, ipapasok po natin automatic. So, maganda about HIP is that one-time preparation, pero at least lahat ng checks, sige, i-phone na natin for the next few months, tapos automatic, ibubuk po natin yan. So, at least maganda ron, regularly meron po tayong placement. Okay. Now, next naman is, ano pa yung other payment options po natin? Okay, so pwede pong through BPI. Okay, for which funds, ito may mga bills payment po tayo, no? Like for the Solvivo, pwede pong over-the-counter, pwede rin pong online. So, pansinin niyo po yung asterisk, no? So, for the BPI options po natin, so, automatic booking po, tsaka hindi na kailangan ng forms. Okay, so every time nag-add tayo, automatic na yun. Ang pina-follow naman po natin na cut off, it was 12 noon. Okay, so meaning, kung halibawang over the counter ako kanina before 12, so booking po na would be also today. Okay, so July 18. Okay, so hindi ko na rin kailangan ng form. In-inform ko man yung transfer or not, so automatic na book yan. So that is applicable for the payment options po na bills payment. Okay. For Atra, ngayon wala tayong bank account. okay, or any fund, I mean, bank options, no? Pero for Sun Life, yan, pwede po mag-over the counter, pwede rin online. Pero for for the copies, okay, we encourage clients po to use the Sun Link. Okay, so pero kung halimbawa isa-submit yung hard copy, so kailangan nga lang po ng form. Okay, pero yun, what we suggest is that mas maganda po na gamitin po natin yung Sunlink. So, dun, para siyang more of a kiosk facility kasi dun i-upload yung copy ng file. Okay. Tapos, for Philequity naman po, meron tayong 4 banks to choose from. So, usually, yung ba pag may kausap rin tayong client, no? So, ang tinatanong din natin is that meron ba siyang ganitong mga banks? Okay, kasi kung meron, mas madali na lang. So, pwede namang over the counter. Okay, pwede rin pong online fund transfer. Okay, for additional po to. Pero pansin nyo, hindi siya bill payment. Okay, so kaya kailangan pa rin po ng form to be filled out kasama yung payment receipt. Tapos yun yung i-upload po natin sa kiosk po. Okay, tapos yung family, the last but not the least, so Metro Bank naman po siya. So pwede siyang over the counter or pwede rin po siyang online. Okay, bills payment. Okay, so yan po yung mga bank options po natin. No? So, again, yung options, pwede pong through the cashier. Ayan, so issue ng check, bigay ng cash, pwedeng deposit. Pwede rin po mag-HIP. So, sinasuggest po natin yung HIP. And hopefully pala po of all of the clients na nandito. No? So, at least maka-generate tayo ng mga 2 to 5 clients who will do the HIP, diba? So, kung meron po kayong checking account yan, pwede nyo pong gamitin itong option. Okay, ayan. So, meron muna tayong break. Okay, wait lang po. Yan. So, going back. Yan. May commercial break lang po dahil actually kapag ganito pong oras is meron pong, yan. Explain ko lang din na nag-guard po. Yan. Who checks. Yan. By the way, yun, going back po, ang payment options natin, yun, the last topic na na-discuss ko would be through the bank. So, I understand rin po na syempre masyadong info overload din. Pero yun, you may feel free naman po to email me. Pag halimbawa pong interested kayo, halimbawa, Miss Tina, sige, I'll open Solivo. Paano ko mag-add in the future? So, yun, meron naman tayong mga details on it. Pag Philequity naman, Miss Tina, kailangan ko ng copy ng form, saan ko isa-submit. Yan, we can assist naman po. So, eto, diniscuss natin para maging familiar po kayo. Pero, the rest naman can be asked. Okay, so, and we'll also send rin naman po yung soft copy. Okay. Pero in Word file po. Okay, ayan, last few topics. Paano ko naman i-monitor ang aking investment? So, pag nag-open ako, ay ma-receive ko, diba? Tsaka yung mga SOA, statement of account. So, meron po tayong summary here. Yan. So, pinaghati-hati po natin. No? So, merong email confirmation, merong printed confirmation, statement of account through email, statement of account na printed, and online portal. Okay, so explain ko lang, yung confirmation po, ito yung proof na nabook na po yung investment po natin. Okay, so merong mga funds through email, meron pong printed. Statement of account naman is the summary of all of our transactions. Okay, and one, depende, majority naman is every quarter. For other funds, it's every month. Okay, so yeah. Merong through email, pwede rin pong printed. So, it depends po sa principal or dun sa fund. Meron din po tayong online portal, okay? So, meaning, anytime, di ba, pwede mong i-check siya, di ba? As long as naka-enroll ka. So, yan, meron tayo for that. For Soldivo po, ito, explain ko lang. Nag-start nung January of last year, 2016, no? So, meaning lahat ng nabubuk pong investment, so automatic dapat yung client po may na-receive po na email. So, always remember ang kinakount po natin would be the booking date. So, like for the Soldivo, 1 week, within 1 week siya after the booking date, dapat may matatanggap po tayo. Tapos, yan. So, by principal muna po tayo, no? Yung printed naman na confirmation, so aside dun sa email, may matatanggap po tayo. So, email po siya. Okay, so may printed, no? Email in 2 to 4 weeks. Okay, after booking date. SOA po via email none, pero SOA na printed every quarter. So, if ever wala po kayo na-receive na confirmation tsaka SOA, so just let me know, 'di ba? Update nyo po kami agad para at least we can resolve po yung mga ganitong concerns. Now, actually for Soldivo, no, so I don't know if we can announce it already, pero for the online portal, we're already working on it and target natin is within 1 to 3 months, makomplete na siya. So, meron tayong soft, kumbaga quote-unquote, launching of the online portal so that at least clients po would be able to access our account. For PhilAm naman, ito, wala po tayong email confirmation po for PhilAm, pero merong hard copies. So, in 1 to 2 weeks naman po yun. Okay, so yung SOA naman po natin, okay, so through email, meron na. So, nag-start na po to. Tapos before kasi, printed din yung SOA po natin every quarter. Okay, yan. Pero ang maganda, si PhilAm po is may online portal. Okay, so isa siya sa mga funds natin may online portal. Si Atram naman, ito, email confirmation. Okay, so meron. Okay, so actually for Atram pala and Sun Life muna. Okay, so meron kayong options. It's either paperless or hard copy. So if ever na pinili niya is email, so ayan, pwede kayo makatanggap. Confirmation naman na printed, pwede rin. So whichever is more preferable, di ba, for us. So pwede pong hard copy, pwede rin pong paperless. Okay. For the SOA, same applies. So, pwede ring email, pwede rin pong printed. Tapos, parehong merong online portal ang Sun Life and PTR. Okay. PhilEquity naman. Okay. So, meron tayo matatanggap na email confirmation. So, it's after 3 working days mula dun sa booking date. So, always booking date po tayo and not the date na sinabit po natin kay IMG. Kasi si IMG po mismo, they will pre-process it first. Okay. Printed confirmation, so wala po tayo for PhilEquity, not applicable. And, okay, SOA naman. So, every month naman automatic yung SOA po natin. Okay. So, ini-email po yan and it's password protected naman. Okay. So, wala pong printed confirmation naman si PhilEquity. Wala po. Wala rin po tayong online portal for PhilEquity. Pero at least, in terms of the SOA naman, so mas mabilis and mas regular sila as compared with the other funds kasi it's every month. Okay, ayan. So, for First Metro naman, lastly, ito. For First Metro, walang email confirmation, pero may printed confirmation. So, in 1 to 2 weeks, okay, papadala po siya sa atin. Tapos, okay, what else? SOA naman, every quarter po. Before, hard copies yung pinapadala ni family. Pero ngayon, it's every quarter through email. Okay, so, yan. Password protected din siya. Online portal, yes, meron si family. Okay, so, yun, just to summarize sa inyo. So, please note may email confirmation tayo for other funds, may printed confirmation din tayo. So, confirmation means ito yung proof natin na nabook yung transactions po natin. Tapos, also, meron din tayo matatanggap na SOA or statement of account. So, ito yung update din natin on a regular basis, be it nag-invest tayo or not, be it nag-add tayo regularly or not. So, meron tayong automatic SOA na natatanggap po dapat. So, meron for other funds, it's through email, meron namang printed. And for other funds, meron tayong online portal. So, pwede nyo check anytime. Okay. Now, ito, fast na lang. Partners and products. Okay. So, all in all, we have 6 brands that we cater. Okay. So, may Atram. Atram is under Maybank. Okay. Film Asset is under Film Life. So, Vivo Funds is our own funds, no? Kay Ramper. First Metro naman is under ng Metro Bank. Phil Equity is under ng iVantage Equities. Okay, so, and lastly, si Sun Life Asset Management is under Sun Life Financial. Okay, so, sa ating Module 2, kung makakapag-schedule tayo ng Module 2 ASAP na, so, dun pa natin mas i-discuss further. And ito, I will not discuss din naman all of the funds, pero pahapyaw lang din na we have different funds per brand. Like for Solvivo, isang bond, isang stock fund. Okay? Tapos, the minimums are 5 and actually, parehong 5,000 for additional. Both the minimums are at 1,000. Holding period is the minimum time. Ito yung sinasabi po natin before we should withdraw the money. Okay. So, if not, kasi halimbawa, 4 months pa lang, 5 months pa lang, gusto ko nang i-withdraw yung money ko. So, actually, it's liquid naman, remember. So, kung ano man yung value ng money ko, or yung shares na i-withdraw ko, diba? So, yun yung applicable. Pero, may possibility, of course. I mean, actually, not may possibility, but of course, automatic merong exit fee. Kapag ganun na hindi ko pa na-complete yung holding period, tapos I withdraw immediately na. So, merong applicable pong exit. For the entry fee naman, so actually no need na to think about it kasi lahat naman ng funds po natin. So, naka-zero load po tayo. So, meaning wala pong any deduction. Okay. So, applicable yun for initial tsaka additional. Now, for Film Asset, we have all in all, meron tayong 8 funds. Okay, so actually mixed yan. May mga bond, may mga balance, diba? So, I won't discuss naman all now kasi syempre medyo technical yan. Tapos may mga stock funds din po tayo. Okay, so mixed po yan. Merong in dollars, merong in peso, merong invested across Asia, meron namang invested across the world. So, iba-iba po yan. Meron tayong stock fund na tinitrace niya, minamonitor, and minimirror niya yung index. So, ito yun, index. Merong pang blue chip. So, iba-iba po yan. The minimums natin for majority of the funds are at 5K naman. For other funds, it's 20 or 10. In dollars for other funds, merong 2K, 5K. So, medyo nagkakaiba lang. Yung additional po, minimum naman is at 1,000. So, pero for the other funds, most especially yung mga dollar denominated, may mga 1,000 tsaka 100. So, medyo nagkakaiba lang doon. Holding period, same po siya ng Solvivo. So, it's just 6 months. So, note nyo, no entry fee, wala naman tayong sales load. Pero exit fee kung wala pang holding period. Ito, ayan. So, ang good news muna pala natin. For Atram, minimums po natin nag-iba. Okay, so lumiit na. The minimum initial is at 5. Tapos, for additional naman, it's 1. So, it is applicable for all of the Atram funds. Even alpha. Okay? Yung alpha kasi, di ba, before It's the minimum is 100,000 tapos to top up 50K. So medyo mabigat, malaki. Pero at least now, across all funds, mura na siya. Okay, very affordable. Yeah, ito yung sinasabi po natin yan. So before, medyo malaki. Diba? 100 to 50. Diba? Pero at least now, ayun, it is very affordable. Holding period po is shorter, so it's just 3 months. Okay. Tapos Sun Life are the following. So meron tayong 7 funds all in all under Sun Life. Okay. So same din with PhilAm, medyo yun, diverse sila. So merong invested in the usual na mga bonds, meron namang purely government securities lang, meron namang across Asia, meron namang the usual balance fund. So, iba-iba lang din siya. Okay. So, pero the minimums pala of all of these funds are majority 5K, except for the dollars. Yun. Doon naman sila bawi. Diba na yung minimum ng dollars is just 1,000 compared to the other funds na it's 2K. So, mas affordable. Tapos yun, of all of the Sun Life funds, we suggest the stock index. Okay, the minimum for the top up is 1K. Majority. Okay. Tapos for the dollars, yung 200. Tapos holding period po natin. So since sales load option di tayo. So minimum time frame is 5 years. Okay. Second to the last part ng products po natin, Phil Equity. Okay. So yan, mixed din yung funds po natin. So actually, they don't have balance pala. Okay. So isang peso bond, isang dollar bond, the rest are equity. Yan. Pero of all, ito yung suggestion po natin, the Phil Equity Fund. Okay. By the way muna pala, yun. So, add natin holding period, same with Atram, it's just 3 months. Okay, for the first Metro naman. Okay, so, PAMI, we have different funds, all in all, 5. Okay, so, merong bond, balance, and stock funds. Okay. Actually, of all, we can consider yung equity tsaka yung balance for us. Okay, minimums are at 5K and 1,000 respectively for initial tsaka yung additional po. Tapos holding period naman is 6 months. Now, pansin natin na yung holding period is around 3 to 6 months only. Now, ito, the next, before nung part natin na yung actually last 2 na lang yun, no? Yung fund fact sheets muna po natin. So, I'm showing here the copies no fund fact sheets po natin under itong isa is Solivo and itong isa is Atra. Okay. So, meron tayo here na top 10 holding. So, ito yung pinapakita natin po to the clients po na part siya ng fund fact na para mabigyan ng idea yung mga kliyente kung saan nakaplace yung investments po na. So, like for the sample, itong first na lang, no, Solivo, 8% of the 800 million is invested in Ayala Corp. 8% of the 800 million, is under SMIC, etc. So, merong 7%, Ayala Landaman, BDO, KU Summit, etc. So, if you recall that the limit that we have, diba, is at how much? 15%. So, walang more than 15%. So, before, just so, at least, meron tayong info. Okay, part siya ng fund fact sheet for us to be able to know at saka updated dun sa kung saan ba ini-invest ng fund manager yung ating money. Okay. So, we have the recommendations. Okay. Under stock fund, we have the following. So, may 4 tayo. Atram, Solivo, PhilAm, saka yung Sun Life po na index. Okay. So, we suggest if clients are looking for funds po na may long track records na po. So, ang suggestions po natin are Atram tsaka yung Film Strategic. Tapos yung Soldivo po tsaka yung Sun Life Index naman are good for clients na gusto nila mura, di ba? Pero at least may potential earnings din. For the balance funds, tsaka bond funds, ito naman, we have the Atram, tsaka yung Film Funding. So, pareho namang merong track record. Tapos, for the bond funds naman to, Film Bond, tsaka yung Soldivo Bond. And I'll also add Film Dollar Fund. Yeah, we'll be sending naman po the recommendations, tsaka yung copies ng ating fun fact sheets via email. So, kaya crucial po ang ating attendance. And so, as per the reminder of Miss Net. Okay. Ba't natin po kailangan mag-start? Okay. So, meron tayong quote here. Okay, we are actually suggesting na the sooner that we start, the better. Okay, bakit? It's because, yun nga, babalikan lang natin yung first thing na sinabi po natin. Then, so, mahalaga dito yung goals po natin. Kasi if we don't do anything about it, so, sayang, hindi natin na-achieve yung goals po natin. And also, ba't kailangan rin natin mag-start? No? So, merong quote si Robert Kiyosaki na sobrang, di ba, simple lang, but it really says a lot. So, ang kanyang quote, ito, it's not about how much money you make, but it's about how much money you keep and how hard it works for you and how many generations you keep it for. Okay, so meaning, di ba, kung regardless of how much yung meron kang na-generate na money and income, di ba, pero kung wala ka naman nakikip, tapos hindi naman siya nag-work hard for you, and hindi mo siya mapapatagal, di ba, up to how many generations. So, actually, dun tayo may kulang. So, for us, the sooner that we start, na meron kang kinikip, the better. And also, not just to keep it, but, di ba, to invest it. Yun yung crucial dyan. And but kailangan po natin rin siyang gawin consistently. We actually have this strategy. We call it peso cost averaging. Okay, so yung peso cost averaging is simply an act of investing on a regular basis, which enables us to acquire shares whatever the prevailing price is. Okay, so meaning, simple lang, di ba? We get to invest regularly. So, kahit minimum pa po yan, di ba, no, 1K, di ba, or 2,000. So, no problem naman, di ba? Pero, ang mahalaga about it is that, una, nagdi-discipline tayo, di ba, na-practice natin yung habit. And second is that, mas marami pong shares yung mabibili po natin consistently. May times man na mura yung price, may times man na mahal, pero still, at the end of the day is that mas marami po tayong shares na nabili as compared with other clients na, di ba, nag-invest monthly. Okay, like for this sample, yung client, ito. By the way, this one is a SOA. Statement of account po. No? So, makikita natin here how much yung piniplace ng client. So, ito yung transaction amount. Magkano rin po yung price or yung NAV per share. Makikita rin natin yung number of shares. Okay. And kung kailan. Okay, so kailan nag-place yung client. Maganda about it is that nag-start siya, minimum lang naman eh. Diba? So, 5,000. Tapos nag-add siya consistently, majority sa 2,000. Okay, may times na nag-4 or 10, 6, 8, pero still majority sa 2. Yung prices, pansin po natin, okay, by the way, the NAV per share or the net asset value per share, ito yung price per share, diba? Remember, pag nag-invest ako, bumibili ako ng shares. Okay, so pag bumili ako ng shares, diba, paano ko muna din malalaman ko yung shares na bili ko. So, depende siya kung magkano po ang presyo. Kaya crucial din actually yung price. Diba? So, pero for us naman, we teach na the sooner that we start regardless of the level ng market and the price. Okay? So, pero still, malaking bagay pa rin. Basta consistently ka. Kasi like here, Ito, example natin, nag-2K siya, pero the lowest price at 2,000 is at just 9 pesos. 9 pesos lang yung price. Tapos, ang nabili niyang shares is 196. As compared with highest price, no? 2,000 din yung price, pero 19 pesos yung price. So, 102 yung shares niya na nabili. Okay, so imagine, if we compare itong 2K, 2K, pero ito 9 pesos, tapos itong 19, so 196, itong isa naman is 102K yung share. So, meaning, basta lagi ka naglalagay, di ba, nakakabili ka ng shares. So, pero again, yun nga, pag mas mura yung price, syempre automatic, mas marami kang shares na bili. Baliktad naman if, of course, mas mahal yung price, tapos mas konti lang yung shares na magbili. Okay, like, ito pala, the total amount invested ni client, tandaan natin is 93,000. Okay, ito. Now, let us know, paano ba kino-compute yung market value po? No? So, like, itong client po na to, tinuturo natin, di ba, na maganda mag-invest consistently. So, ilan yung amount na na-place na niya? It's at 93. Okay, pero yung shares niya are 7,001. Tapos, kinompute natin yung value. Okay, based dun sa magkano yung highest price. Okay, ang highest price ever ng Phil Equity is at how much? 39 pesos. Okay, so, yun yung ginamit lang natin. April 10 po yun, 2020. And so, yun lang. Times lang. Shares, magkano yung price to get the market value. Less mo lang yung current market value sa total investment. So, we got the gains or the profit. So, at 179,000. Divide lang yun dun sa total investment din to get the ROI or the return on investment. So, ang usual na question natin dyan, finale, is that, di ba, makukuha ba natin siya if ever in the bank? Kasi, if not, di ba? Itong earnings ba na to, di ba, kaya ba nakikitain natin siya sa bank? Kasi if yes, di ba, parang no problem with the bank, di ba? Pero if talagang hindi, di ba? So, all the more na we should really be considering to invest. So, not just one time, but regularly. And ito ang ating talagang finale slide. Okay, so, ito, simple lang kasi if ever na you are targeting 1M, tapos, you're curious magkano kailangan mong i-place regularly. Okay, so, dito, ayan. Actually, kaya siya. No? So, kahit na 1K, 5K ka nag-start, 1K ka nag-a-add, kaya siya in 20 years. Makakabuo ka ng 1.009. Pero in 20 years. Pero kung the higher po yung amount, of course, mas mabilis natin siya ma-reach. Okay, yung 1M. So, if at 3K, it's faster, 12 years. Pero if it's at 5, okay, so hulog ako ganyan monthly. So, may 1M tayo in less than 10 years. 9 years, 4 months. While if for 10,000, so mas mabilis. So, that is just 5 years and 10 months. So, meaning, regardless if 1K budget mo or 10K budget mo or 5K, so actually, it's very, very doable. And with that, ayan, so syempre, I'm checking the time, 11:30, okay? So, if ever you'll post po, ayan, except the slides, ayan, so kung nag-screenshot or what, ayan, so as much as possible, ayan, we don't allow po na mag-post po tayo ng slides. Okay, so, yan. Pero you can tag us. Yan. Whatever your learnings are, yan. Pwede po nyo kaming itag. So, through Ramper Financial. And here are my contact info. Okay, so, my number, Viber, WhatsApp. Yan, pareho. And email ad. Okay, so, kung may questions po kayo, yan, you can course it. And we'll also check then the chat box later. Tapos yun, last na lang din, if ever you'll ever you have questions about the status of investment, so email nyo lang po si support, tapos copy nyo po ako. Always. Yeah. So, I think it is best to give back, okay, the line. Okay, so, to Miss Nel. Ayan. So, thank you so much po. I do hope na may mga tun tayo. And I see na meron tayong mga inquiries, mga nag-chat. So, ayan. Sige, open natin yung chat. Okay, thank you so much. Ayan. So, balik ko na kay Miss Nel muna for now.
Hello? Rinig ba ako?
Ayan, meron ma'am.
Ayan, okay. Thank you, Tina. Ayan, so marami bang natutunan? May question dito. Ayan.
Sige ma'am.
Actually,
no
statement lang siya. Parang si Daisy from Hong Kong, sabi niya, wala daw siyang natatanggap na email confirmation sa Soldivo.
Ayun. Si Miss Daisy, ayun, tama ba? Daisy M?
Daisy M.
Yun. Ma'am, please do send us an email. Yan, dito sa akin. Tapos, yun, dun sa mga mag-email po nung about confirmation yan. So, lagay niyo po yung complete account name niyo rin. Kasi minsan, bawa kung, bawal lang, DCM, ganyan. So, hindi ko po siya masasearch. So, dapat complete po yung account niyo. Tapos, kung may ka-or po kayo, kung sino yung ka-or po. Tapos, lagay niyo po yung font. If you know the client number, the better.
Ayun. Tapos, eto from Emmy Villarba. Pa-chat kung nasagot yung yung concern nyo. Yan, pa-chat na lang sa baba. Ayan, and then ito si Emmy Villarba. Sabi niya, meron daw siyang FAMI. Ayan, actually matagal na po ang FAMI ko. So, First Metro. Tapos nagpadala ang FAMI ng statement of account sa akin sa Pilipinas. Matagal po akong di nakapag-add, gawa ng di na po natanggap sa IMG office ng HK. Ngayon, gusto ko pong mag-add ngayon. Saan po ako pwedeng mag-add? At saan ko po makikita ang, sabi niya FAMI, tapos dito PAMI, portal. So, yun yung tanong niya. Gusto niya mag-add.
Ayan, oo nga. Magkaiba po kasi, ayan, thank you muna kay Ernie Emmy and Villarba. Magkaiba po yung FAMI po tsaka PAMI. No? FAMI po is First Metro Asset Management Company. Inc. Wala palang company. Pero yung
FAMI pala. FAMI daw, First Metro.
Ayan. FAMI naman is Film Asset. No? So, yung sa FAMI naman po, so, okay, wait lang. Actually, dapat po, before po kasi hard copies, no, yung pinapadala natin na SOA po, automatic. Pero ngayon, nag-update po kasi sila, no. Pero actually, that was already 2 to 3 years ago, no. So, next start na sila na soft copy na po yung mga SOAs po natin. So, dapat may natatanggap kayo. Tapos, for the portal po, actually, madali lang po siya, no. So, visit lang po kayo ng website. Tapos dun sa gilid, meron dong portal login. So, sign up lang muna tayo. Tapos, pag nagkaroon ng error, kasi actually lately merong mga ganun. So, email na lang po ako ng concern.
Ayun. Pa-chat.
Tapos yun, para at least po yung portal po pala, ma-check nyo online anytime yung value, tapos kung na-book na po yung mga transactions. So, you can check it po dun sa portal.
Ayun.
Ayan. Ay, tapos yun, hindi ko pala nadagdag. Yung question niya, wait lang, kasi medyo mahaba pala, no? Gusto niya mag-add, ayan. Pwede pong Metrobank FAMI. So, pwede pong Metrobank, meaning, kung may Metrobank kayo, pwedeng i-enroll. Tapos, moving forward, bills payment na lang. Tapos, pwede ring over the counter. Okay, so, through Metrobank din. Yeah. Bills payment naman din po.
Ayun. Ano ba yung sabi niyang karugtong? Matagal na po kung walang update sa aking family. Okay, yun na. Sagot na siya. Tapos,
Ang
question.
dami na nag-good night. Sige po.
Another question kay. Siguro, ito na lang yung last. Ito, tsaka yung susunod pa nag-private message sa akin. Ayan. So, ito. Ano ba yan? Biglang umaan. Ayan. Kay J. Vince Dalayon. Sabi niya, Ma'am Tina, tanong po ako kaso hindi po ako familiar sa flow of investing. If kukuha po ako ng fund at ang initial is 5,000 pesos and holding period is 6 months, question ko po, every month po ba kayo maghuhulog ng 5,000 pesos hanggang 6 months or once a time lang po?
Salamat po mo, Tina. Ayan. Okay, ayan. Yung question ni sir is, okay, about dun sa top up. Okay, tapos mag-start siya ng 5, tapos holding period is 6 months, ganyan. It would be better po if, yes, na ba, start tayo with minimum. Tapos, kung magawa po natin na mag-add regular. For the additional naman, minimum na lang natin is 1,000. Pero it depends sa fund. Kasi kung merong mga minimum is higher than the 1,000. Pero majority naman po is 1K yung minimum additional. Tapos, kung magagawa natin po siya regularly, the better. So, meaning, start ako ng July, tapos August onward, yun, for next month onward. So, kung magagawa ko siya ng 1K every month, the better. Tapos, yung holding period po, it's applicable per transaction. So, meaning, nag-start ako ng July, tapos 6 months yun. Yung applicable naman sa top up ko next month. So, that's also 6 months. So, per transaction yung count natin. Mag-withdraw po tayo, no? So, yun, para at least mas madaling maintindihan. So, posibleng meron merong mga shares na hindi pa natin na-complete yung holding period. So, doon lang naman yung time na may exit. Kung ano ba i-full natin, no? Again, yan, full, tapos merong hindi pa nakakomplete ng holding period. So, merong applicable ng exit fee. Pero kung lahat naman is naka-meet na ng holding period, so at least no more deduction or all. Okay, so, pero yun, crucial po yung holding period. But of course, yun, last thing na lang, we want na hindi lang din tayo nakatingin dun sa holding period, but if we can set yung goal natin, 'di ba? First things first, tapos if we can stick to that and be focused on that a bit.
Sorry maingay. May call. Ayun. Yan. Pa-chat ko nasagot naman yung question. Tsaka dagdag ko lang, di ba? Kasi syempre, yung importante doon, di ba, pag nag-invest ka yung sa goal mo.
Nakasama ko pala ng slide.
Ayun. So, yung importante doon yung sa goal mo.
Oo, actually.
Yun. And then may nag-private message sa akin from Judy Israel. Sabi niya, hello, saan po pwedeng mag-email? Kasi gusto ko sana mag-change ng mailing address. Nag-email na ako sa IMG at kay Ma'am Tina, pero until na wala pa ring reply. Yung SOA ng Soldibo dito sa Israel na re-receive. Nakakapagpadala kayo sa ibang bansa?
Opo.
Tapos, balak ko na kasi mag-for good this year. Thanks. So, sa Pilipinas, i-change na daw dito sa Pilipinas.
Apo. Email nyo lang. Tama po, no? Kinapi ako. Naku, i-double check ko po yan kung natanggap natin. So, pero kung nakapag-send na po kayo before, forward nyo lang po. Tapos double check ko. So, account update form lang naman po yung mga ganun pag mailing ads. So, madali lang naman. Tsaka ID. So,
yun. Ganun lang siya. Follow up nyo lang. Kasi marami ng email si Tina. So, baka hindi niya na napansin.
So, nasa libo na po. Nandun sa
And so, wala ng question kasi sabi ko yun ang last para at least makauwi ka na. Kasi 11:43 na. Then may next time pa naman, di ba? Para sa mga question nila.
Ayan. So, stop ko na
Saka opo, yung mga iba po pong may questions yun. So, ito lang po yung contact info. Copy nyo rin po pala yung mga SMEs nyo po. Ano ba sila? Miss Mel, ganyan, yung mga leaders. Yan. Para nandito naman po tayo to assist. And, syempre, mandatory selfie. Magbe-video pala ako. Wait lang.
Oh, tsaka yung attendance, yan, nawala na sila 64. Yung attendance
Ay,
ko, so wag niyo
nagulat ako.
kakalimutan. Ayan, stop ko na yung record.